And welcome to Bulloch Sports Report. I'm Josh Aubrey. Plenty to get to in this week's show. We're going to send you out for highlights of both the Georgia Southern women's basketball team with a pair of games at the Hill and the guys with a pair of games, and both of them were able to split in those games in Sunbelt play. We'll send you out for highlights of those in just a bit. As for area high school basketball, the Statesboro Blue Devils with a big win against Brunswick for the boys at home against the top 10 ranked team. We'll send you out for that. Plenty of high school basketball. Southeast Bulloch splitting with Bulloch Academy earlier last week. We'll have that and plenty more coming up on the Bulloch Sports Report.
Trust your eyes to the team that takes care of the Eagles. Professional Eye Care of Statesboro offers a full range of medical eye care, in addition to a wide assortment of glasses, sunglasses, and contact lenses to suit your style.
I'm Dr. Horace Deal. Allow me or one of my associates to provide you with comprehensive medical eye care. And we can help you select from a variety of glasses and contact lenses here at Professional Eye Care of Statesboro.
And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888, or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com. Well, both the Georgia Southern men and women in action over the past couple of weeks at the Jack and Ruth Ann Hill Convocation Center. We'll send you out to the Hill for highlights first off of the women. The Georgia Southern women in action at the Hill taking on Texas State. We picked things up in the first half. This one back and forth. The Eagles going inside to India Green. 2 of her 22 points. Next, from the corner, it's a rare 4-point play for 44, Nakia Mays-Prince. She ends up with 13. Texas State keeping it close. Nicole Leff hits the 3. And next, they go inside where Destiny Terrell finishing. The Eagles right back. The loose ball eventually gets outside to Nicole Gwynn for 3 of her 17. The Eagles playing lights out literally. On this play, things go dark. The lights out. They'd have to wait a few minutes. Finally getting things back. And when they did, Texas State coming out here with the 3-point play from Crystal Smith. The Eagles' answer was Shanti Simmons. And finally, it's 2 more for Mays-Prince as the Eagles win 69-62. We move to Saturday and a wild one between Georgia Southern and Georgia State. Georgia Southern hitting from outside. Mays-Prince for 3. And then it's Mays-Prince on the break going strong to the bucket for 2 more. The Eagles up by 3 in the fourth, and Georgia State able to answer. Maya Williams hitting the 3. But the Eagles respond. Coming up, Paris Gaines hits this one. And then going inside, Gaines is fouled. She goes to the line. And she'd send the game into overtime. In the first overtime, Mays-Prince off the mark. But Shanti Simmons, the rebound and putback, she'd have 22 points. And we go to another overtime. This one eventually going to the triple overtime. The 2 teams staying matched. Simmons hits the bucket. And then it's Simmons off the nice pass. The Eagles down by 1. Georgia State takes a 3-point lead here with a bucket from Michaela Tollivert. Down by 3, the Eagles try and tie it up, but Akinsola off the mark. Georgia State able to hit their free throws, and the Eagles drop a tough one by a final of 88-83. Well, as for the Georgia Southern men, much the same. They were able to win their game that was originally scheduled for Wednesday and moved to Thursday afternoon. Big victory for the Eagles, and then they came up a little short against Marshall on Saturday. Let's send you out for highlights of those games. Georgia Southern and Coastal Carolina forced to move their game from Wednesday to Thursday afternoon after the snow. And the Eagles in command. Aaron Banks hits the floater, and then a nice move down low by Devontae Parker. The visitors staying within range here. The three-pointer. But the Eagles in command. Eugene Brown buries the three. And then on the break, Braylon Thomas with the tough shot. He gets this one to go. More from Banks, going in for two of his game-high 18 points. And Bradley Douglas, one of four Eagle players in double figures, as he'd have 10. Donis Halloman, another in double figures, he'd have 13. Here he hits the triple, and next off the steal, Dante Horn goes coast to coast for the layup. Then off the inbounds, Parker alone, he buries three of his 13. And finally, Kavion White hits the triple from up top. And the Eagles, with 11 three-pointers, they cruise 85-58. Saturday afternoon, Georgia Southern and Marshall. Over 3,000 on hand for this one. A huge game for Holloman. Here he drives in and kisses this one off the glass. And then from up top, Aaron Banks buries the three-pointer. And then from way downtown, Holloman for three. The Eagles with 12 three-pointers in the game. Marshall trying to keep pace as Kai Spears hits the three. The Eagles respond. Holloman with the shake and bake for two more. And then Bradley Douglas drains the three-pointer. The Eagles with a 2-point lead. An inside-out game working as Eugene Brown hits for three. The Eagles up 37-35 at the half. We move ahead to the second half. Nate Bradford heating up. He hits for three of his 13 points in the game. Next, off the inbounds, Parker somehow manages to get this one to fall and the foul. And then it's Holloman. The step back three. Georgia Southern up by one. Douglas, the nice floater from the baseline. And then Holloman again getting to the paint for two more. But the visitors able to answer. Jalen Spear, three of his 16 points in the game. Georgia Southern right back. The corner three from Brown. And then it's Douglas looking inside. And Tyson Brown throws it down. Marshall right back. They go inside to their big man for the slam himself. Holloman kicks this one out later, and Bradford cans the three. The Eagles within two, but the big story of the game will be free throw shooting. Marshall hits 80%, the Eagles only 50%, as the Herd wins 71-67. All right, stay with us. Area High School basketball coming up next. Stop by Bubba Golf on Northside Drive behind Remax Eagle Creek Realty today for all your golf needs. They have everything you need to dominate the course and to stand out in golf fashion as well, featuring top brands in golf apparel to the latest and most trusted golf clubs used by the pros. Bubba Golf also has a TrackMan simulator to fine-tune your swing like never before. Or bring your friends and enjoy a round of golf at one of their many courses to choose from. Need golf club repairs? Bubba's got you covered. Swing by today and see why Bubba Golf is your one stop for all things golf. Northside Drive behind Remax Eagle Creek Realty. All right, well, for area high school basketball, plenty of teams in action over the past couple of weeks. A couple of inter-county games. We've got Bulloch Academy against Southeast Bulloch, Portal against Southeast Bulloch, as well as a couple of big games for Statesboro High, including a victory at home against the Brunswick Pirates. The Bulloch Academy Gators on the road at Southeast Bulloch for an inter-county matchup. Ladies first, the Gators hitting the boards as Emmy Powell comes through with the putback and the bucket. Next, from outside, Kaylee Cardell buries the three. Southeast Bulloch trying to hang around as Ella Ray Jernigan hits the corner three, and then off the inbounds, Madison Lanier for two, but the Lady Gators just too much. Cardell pulls up, knocks down another long jumper, and the Gators win 37-21. Over to the boys game we go. This one going back and forth. The Gators start things off as Ike Hubbard drives in for the layup. Southeast Bulloch answering inside to Mike Dixon, the hoop and the foul. Bulloch Academy right back inside to Jackson Shepard for the easy two. Aiden Peterson later driving in for the layup. The Gators going outside, and Keontae Maynor hits the three from the corner. And then back to the corner we go. This time it's J.B. Roach for three. Shepard then inside gets the hoop and the foul. Gators by 4. Roach gets loose on the other side. He'll hit another three-pointer. The Bulloch Academy lead is extended to 7. Peterson trying to mount a charge. He gets the hoop and the foul. And then Peterson will find Dixon ahead of the pack for the layup. Shepard answering, driving for the hoop and the foul. Peterson then off to Dixon with the rebound and the putback. Bulloch Academy up 27-23 at the half. Second half, a nice look from Shepard to William Polk. And then it's Nathan Newkirk driving in. He gets this one to fall. Shepard would pick up his 4th foul with Bulloch Academy up by 7, and Southeast Bulloch takes advantage of him being out. Peterson 2 more. Then on the break, Colton Zito gets this one to go off the glass. Southeast on a 14-2 run. Zito, the baseline floater. Then Zito over to Peterson for the three-pointer. He'd have 18 in the game. The Gators try and come back. Ike Hubbard hits the bucket. On the other end, it's Hubbard ahead of the pack, making it a 2-point game. Southeast Bulloch trying to pull away. Peterson with the lefty layup. Then it's Peterson going in from the right side for the layup. Then Dixon inside throws down the slam. And they go back to Dixon again. He gets this one to go. And the foul. Finally, on the break, another basket and one for Southeast, and they go on to win 59-49. The Statesboro Blue Devils in action hosting Bradwell, a tall task for the Lady Devils, taking on one of the top teams in the state. They try and hang in there. Lindsey Johnson for 2. Next, on the break, Guernsey Hagray able to finish. More from Hagray. Driving in for 2 more, but the Tigers just too much. Paris Parham coming up with the step back 3. Bradwell wins 66-34. To the boys game we go, and this one back and forth. The Tigers on the break, and Zion Thomas able to finish. Statesboro responds. Jacaden Cone going strong to the bucket. More from Cone as he blows past the defense. Later, the acrobatic layup here from Marcus Hartwell. DJ Brown then off the mark, but Bruce Davis the rebound and putback. And then Cam Wilkerson from up top buries the 3. Statesboro up by 2 at the half. We move to the second half. And 2 more inside from Cone. Brown then off the mark. And Davis, the rebound and put back. Mohammed Sharif driving the baseline for the layup. But Bradwell going on a run. Chris Perry answering just before the end of the third quarter. The Tigers up by 2, and then on the break, the alley-oop to Jalen Sweat, and they'd win 58-49. The Statesboro Blue Devils hosting Brunswick in an important region matchup. Ladies first, the Blue Devils down but not giving up. Aziza Flowers steps back and hits the three-pointer. And then it's Guernsey Hagray driving to the hoop and the foul. Hagray continuing to come up with buckets, but it wasn't nearly enough. Statesboro falls 64-40. To the boys' game we go. A tall task ahead for the Blue Devils, taking on number 8 ranked Brunswick. Jacaden Cone with the long 2. Brunswick answering with 6'7". He's Kent. The rebound and put back. The Blue Devils answer with Mohammed Sharif. The mid-range jumper goes. And then it's Georgia Southern linebacker signee Caleb Butler driving with the lefty layup. Statesboro counters Cone with the pull-up jumper. And then the three-pointer from up top from Cam Wilkerson. Next, Cone from way downtown. He buries this one. Statesboro up 24-22 at the half. Second half. And it's Kent, the hoop and the foul. But Statesboro right back. A tough basket and one for Wilkerson. And then DJ Brown elevates and drops the mid-range jumper. More from Brown. He pulls up and hits the three. He'd have 9 points all in the second half. Statesboro by 3. Just before the end of the third, Cone pulls up with the deep 3. Statesboro by 6. Brunswick comes right back. The half-court bank shot by Nazir Poole, leaving Statesboro up by 3 after 3. Sharif with the dunk. Gets the crowd into it. Then it's Cone driving in for 2 more of his 23 points. Wilkerson then another big 3 for Statesboro. And then Brown in traffic. He manages to get this one to go. And finally, a big clutch shot right here from Shatarius James as Statesboro with the big win, 53-50. The Portal Panthers on the road at Southeast Bulloch for an inter-county matchup. Ladies first, second half. Nice give and go to Angel Cone, who's able to finish. Southeast trying to stay in it. The bucket from Ella Ray Jernigan. But Portal right back. The 3 from Talia Kingsbury. And then the corner 3 from Alyssa King. The Jackets answer with this bucket from Caden Stroud and the foul, but the Panthers proving to be too much. Serena Harris ahead of the pack for the basket, and Portal goes on to win 50-34. Moving over to the boys' game, and the Panthers would start out red hot from outside. Brian McQueen takes the pass, gets this 3 to fall, and then it's McQueen from the other side. He drops another three-pointer. Southeast ahead on the break as Aiden Peterson gets this one to go, and then it's Peterson tracking down the loose ball and going all the way in for another layup, but the Panthers in command from outside. Off the mark, but Josh Coleman, the putback, and then KJ Hunter heats up the long 2, and then from about the same place, Hunter again, and finally it's McQueen for 3, and Portal takes a 25-9 lead and would go on to win 44-27. And that'll wrap it up for this week's show. We thank you for joining us. Hope to see you again next week.